He was inducted into WWE Hall of Fame. Huge honor because he never wrestled in, as far as I know, the WWE. Being honored in WWE and never being a wrestler, that's saying something about your wrestling abilities. One last final shot of the front before we actually break into it. But before we do that, I'm going to read to you what it says on the top and on the bottom. So on the top it says Poison Mist, and on the bottom it says Natural Born Master. Look at that. Look at that great Muta. I really love that. So the kimono was very easy to put on because you take off the hands and you can slide the arms in. It makes it very, very easy. But the part that is incredibly awesome is that Mattel made it to where you don't have to try to tie that knot. Yeah, this knot that's right here on his stomach, it's actually Velcro. So it just Velcros off and Velcros back on. So you don't have to worry about trying to tighten that up. Because if you're like me, I can never make it look like it does once it comes out of the manufacturer. So while this thing is spinning around, try to take a look at that. Yes, it's all in red. I think it really pops, but that headdress just comes right off and that kimono comes off. Super cool. Looks very, very detailed. Looks very, very nice. They did not spare any expense because they were making sure that they came out of the gate making a great Muta that everybody was going to want who is into that kind of wrestling back in the 1990s. But we got a couple more heads and some mist that I wanted to show you. So first off, looking at this head, it's just a basic head. He's not showing that much emotion, but kind of like just a regular stare. Then you have this head sculpt with that tongue sticking out, giving it a little bit more personality. That was kind of like what you would see. He would act like he doesn't know any kind of English, run around, and then he'd make little weird faces and face gestures. Really, his biggest matches and his biggest rival, I would say, in WCW was Sting back in like 1990, 1991. If you have a chance, go back and take a look at those. They are incredibly good matches. Sting and Muta put on a heck of a clinic. It's one of the ones that, like, if I want to go back and watch early 90s, those are the two people that I'm kind of usually watching go at it, along with like Ricky Steamboat and Ric Flair. But I have one more head sculpt to show you, and it comes with a little special accessory piece to make it look even cooler. And last little thing that he would do is he would bring his two fingers up to his throat, and then he would spray out the poison mist, blinding his opponent, setting it up so that he can do his finishing maneuver. Because, you know, when you're a bad guy, you have to do something in order to cheat, especially in those days. It was something kind of hokey. He did it all the way up until his retirement. Multiple different people would emulate it,